Why, hello everyone. It's Nicole Snow over at darngoodyarn.com. How is everyone doing today? Today is the 16th of November, and my eye is still going crazy. If you watched my last episode, I thought I was gonna like go nuts, and oh my gosh, it's because I'm really tired, and I think it's like the changing of the season. Is anyone else feeling it out there? See, for me, well, I'll show you here. Look. To combat my eye twitching, I usually wear my glasses, but I think I look dorky in them. What do you think? Maybe I'll wear them like this for the show so my eye doesn't twitch the whole time. It's kind of embarrassing. So it's been a couple days since I've done a video. I've just been kind of like a little bit under the weather. I think I'm kind of fighting a cold a little bit. It is freezing here. It's like 40 degrees, and it went from like halfway decent weather to like, oh my God, like, you know, when you have to make that transition, and I'm just not taking it very well. I moved about a cord of wood today, and I'm kind of like sore, my muscles, ugh, so forget it. But I wanted to show you a couple of things, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about just my little business idea, like what I'm doing right now with my business. But some of you know I learned how to rug hook a couple weeks ago, and I even made a little project. Yeah, some of you liked it, some of you did not, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our you know, our preferences. But I made this little bracelet, and it was just sort of a prototype, and I thought it was cute. But this was actually the first this is the first thing I've rug hooked, and I promised on a video a couple of days ago that I'd show you. So this is it, and we turn it that way. So there you go. It's going to be either like, you know, a chair pad, or I might even square it off and make it into a pillow, because I think the pineapple is cute. But this is my first rug hooking experiment, and Jen over at Fisheye Rugs, you got to go check out her blog. She was joking. She said, watch out. You know, once you start hooking, you can't go back. And I think she's right. So she has such a cool blog. If you are thinking about ever rug hooking, she uses colors the way almost like Coffee Fawcett does. And I really admire her for that. But I wanted to show you, let me go through some yarn stuff. Some of you, if you're following me on Facebook, you saw this really cool picture frame I made. And if you didn't, well, you're going to see it for the first time here. And what it is I took an old picture frame, and like I got it from the dollar store when I was in college. Super old. It's kind of ratty looking. And I took my At the Bahamas, and I just wrapped it and wrapped it and wrapped it. And you can see, you know, the cool thing with At the Bahamas is that it has all these great colors and textures going on, but it's really soft. So you can like kind of move it around things. And I have the instructions up on the website. It's really not that much to it. Just wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. And then when you're done, just move on the back side of it. You just have to move the fabric out of the way so you can put the little notches back, so you can put the actual back on the frame itself. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. And then what you can do with the extra At the Bahamas you have, let's make that stand up pretty so you can still see it, is I did this. I have this little scarf I made, and it really is just, gosh, it used maybe, it used next to nothing of my leftover At the Bahamas. And I chained like a whole length. So this is just one big line of chained At the Bahamas, and then I just like tied it together and made loops. You see, I just like took the ends and I tied it so it gathers all together. And there, you see, I have this like kind of cute little mini cowl, which is really great for this weather. What do you guys think of the glasses? You guys have to vote on that on YouTube. But yeah, I think it's really, I like this sort of thing a lot, because I get so hot. Like I go from like different extremes of being really hot or really cold. So this is sort of nice, and the silk sort of breathes, and it's fluffy. So there you go. That's my little thing. And I also got 2 yarns. You think it's like Christmas around here lately. Well, you know, we're getting close to Christmas. 2 new colorways of the pulled silk, thanks to Brandy at thefiberofmybeing.net. If you have ever wanted to know anything about fiber or spinning or anything like that, you need to go visit her website. She just launched a new shop over there as well. So it's thefiberofmybeing.net. But these are some 2 new colorways that we have. I haven't named them yet, but they're delicious. Sort of like this light turquoise and this tangerine, and I have like a lemon color in here, and I think that's going to be something really fun. Like if you're going to, you know, I'm thinking forward towards the spring and summer of next year. I know, hard to believe, but you know, making a like a tank top, like a shell that you could wear under something. But, or if you just want, if you like bright colors during the winter like I do, I love wearing bright colors. And the other color I think some of you will just really adore. I know I do. It's a very pale light purple mixed with a pale green and another color called linen. And if you're familiar with the Pantone, the spring 2013 Pantone colors, these were pulled from there. So I'm not sure if you can see it. You know, I'm taking this video kind of late at night, but I'll have pictures up on the website in the next couple of days, and you can purchase them. And just remember, they're going to be limited edition. So if you see them, you got to kind of get them because there's no guarantee that I'm going to have availability later on. Okay, so that brings me to, look at that, only 5.5 minutes so far. That brings me to what I'm doing right now with my business. Speaking of springtime and all of that, you know, the thing in business, especially with me like I do retail and wholesale, is that I seem to be living 4 months ahead of the rest of the population. So I'm already thinking about like really Christmas into the new year, and I'm starting to plan as if I'm already in my new year, as if I'm in 2013 already. And some people are like, oh my gosh, you know, it's not even Halloween yet. And I get that. But the thing is, it seems like once you hit Halloween, you're just in this oil slick into the end of the year. And you have a lot of other things going on. If you're a business owner, though, now is sort of the perfect time where people are starting to like nest in. And I know like I've even had sort of just a little reprieve to just kind of catch my breath and sort of take inventory of what's going on in your world and what you want to do with your business for next year. I would say right now is the time to start making your goals for next year. Do not wait until January 1st, because by that point it's too late, because then you have to come up with plans to implement them. So my what I would love to see all of you do is start planning your goals. And even if you don't have a business, you know, if you have some things you want to start self-improving on, I say call this January 1st today. I already have I use, when I start doing like my goals and my planning, I'll share with you my little secret. I get these notebooks. The company is Rhodia. I get them from this cool little husband and wife team. I think they're in like Virginia, Goulet Pens. I love supporting other small businesses, especially like, you know, you got to support people who are just trying to make it on their own. And but anyway, the thing with these notepads that I really like is that the paper is sort of like graph paper, but it has a bunch of little dots on it. Yeah, oh, come on, baby, focus. It wants to focus. But the beautiful thing is that you can make your notes in all these different columns, and it keeps you pretty organized. And then if you have ideas, you can really bubble off of them without having the structure of lines. And for me, I'm such a visual person that this paper really does it for me. And it's such a handy size that I can kind of just throw it in my purse and write things down as I go along. And for me, I've really started to get a handle on exactly what I need to do and get ready for in the next year. And not only that, you know, as a business owner especially, you need to consider the end of your year, the start of your year, because those sales at the end of the year can either help propel you so you're not so stressed out in the beginning of the year, or it can, like, there's so many things that go on. And I remember my first couple of years in business, I was always blindsided by, you know, the holiday season. And I've just learned to step back a couple of months and start doing everything I can now. So I'm just, it's now, you know, the November through December time frame for me isn't really that bad, and I challenge you to do the same thing as well. So in your comments, leave some of your goals of what you're going to do, either personal or business wise. And if you have questions, or maybe you have a goal and then you have a question onto it, leave a question in the comments here. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I love seeing how many new subscribers I've gotten lately. And be sure to follow me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/dgyarn, like darn good yarn. And as always, if you have any questions, email me at nicole@darngoodyarn.com, and I will see everyone later. Bye.